This is a critique of the article What Leaders Really Do by John P. Kotter. An esteemed professor at Harvard Business School, Kotter is widely regarded as the world's foremost speaker on the topics of leadership and change. In What Leaders Really Do, he points out how leadership differs from management. Our team was very impressed with this article and thinks it should serve as a primer on role clarification. Although the terms are often used synonymously, management and leadership are actually two distinctive yet complementary fields of discipline. Early on in the article, Kotter asserts that most corporations are overmanaged and underled. What he means is that too often, too many companies get by on simply maintaining the status quo, managing by rote, not being innovators, not being the driving forces of change within their industries. The key challenge is to combine strong leadership with strong management, allowing the two to work synergistically with each other, advancing the company farther than it could go, utilizing either strong leadership or strong management principles alone. Some people are good at one or the other, but few are seldom good at both, albeit neither ability is necessarily better than the other, as both traits are integral to the successful development of companies. The quest is to find a proper balance between the sword of leadership and the shield of management. There are indeed some fundamental differences distinguishing leadership from management. Leaders initiate change. They set the strategic direction for the company. They align people and motivate others to follow in their footsteps. Managers, on the other hand, promote stability. They organize, plan, and create structure, which allows others to do their jobs more efficiently. Companies manage complexity through a series of organizational activities, most notably planning and budgeting, organizing and staffing, and controlling and problem solving. Kotter explains the difference between direction and planning and budgeting. Direction setting creates vision and strategies, not plans. It is more inductive and involves collecting and analyzing information to support explanations. Conversely, planning is a management process which is designed to produce orderly results, not change. It is deductive in nature and involves using logic to form a conclusion. Kotter's use of inductive and deductive reasoning vividly supports his stance on how direction and planning are different. The concept of inductive reasoning relies on observations, whereas deductive reasoning uses facts to arrive at a conclusion. At this point, the contrast between direction and planning becomes much clearer to the reader. The author's idea of developing a vision and having a strategy to accomplish the vision sets the direction of the company is well supported. Next, the author also compares aligning people with organizing and staffing. Managers organize people to efficiently implement plans and make complex decisions. He refers to these judgments as architectural decisions, more like a question of fit, whereas aligning is a communications challenge, not a design problem. It involves talking to more people and trying to get them to understand the vision of an alternate future. This is a disputable concept. It conflicts with Keith Yamashita's theory that leaders are the best designers in the world. Kotter proclaims managers are the designers, whereas Yamashita conveys leaders as designers. An even bigger challenge with aligning is credibility in leadership. This idea is mainly agreeable because a leader needs to be credible in order to persuasively relay a message. Finally, Kotter explains that aligning leads to empowerment. This concept is also disputable because as long as superiors have the power to reprimand, lower-level employees will continue to feel vulnerable. Successful motivation ensures that people will have the energy to overcome obstacles and be more flexible when confronted with change. This comes from quality leadership. Unlike leadership, however, management is all about control. According to the logic of management, control mechanisms compare system behavior with the plan and take action when a deviation is detected. Everything is about reaching targets and detecting problems and fixing them immediately. Within these functions, highly motivated and inspired behavior is totally irrelevant. Leadership is about energy, and motivation and inspiration energize people. Good leader managers will be able to inspire their employees by satisfying their basic human needs for achievement, sense of belonging, recognition, self-esteem, a feeling of control over one's life, and the ability to live up to one's ideals. These leaders will motivate by articulating the organization's vision, involving people in how to achieve that vision, and supporting the employees' efforts to realize that vision, recognizing and rewarding success. For a company to consistently develop quality leader managers, they must follow several steps to achieve success. First, they need to recruit people with leadership potential, then closely monitor and manage their career patterns. In order to develop a new leader, a company must present an individual with a significant challenge early on in their career, such as an assignment that is broad in scope or requires risk-taking. The new future leader must learn about themselves and how to deal with both triumph and failure. Senior executives must also be a part of the new leader development. Their input on someone's potential is crucial, as are their ideas about upcoming leaders' developmental needs. These needs are usually related to skills that can be finessed, and individuals are given assignments that fit their developmental needs. It is important for companies to recognize and reward not only the senior executives that spot leadership potential, but also lower-level managers. Rewarding those who successfully develop leaders in the form of bonuses or other kinds of compensation helps cement a culture of leadership. The article's assertions about what it takes to create a culture of leadership ring true for many organizations. The only criticism that could be found with the article is that no real-life examples were actually given. Disney, for instance, has a policy that its managers of all levels be referred to as leaders. The language itself encourages employees to be inspired and led, rather than managed and controlled. The discussion of how leaders motivate can also be related to real-life concept of the Golden Circle, where organizations that achieve great customer and employee loyalty start with sharing and teaching of their vision. All in all, we found the article, What Leaders Really Do, to be very informative and instructional.